Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with another video. In this video, I want to talk about the absolute damage control with EA referring to Star Wars Battlefront II. Now, coming into this game with the beta, we already knew about the microtransactions. Just looking at it, you found out how egregious they really are. And I talked about Star Wars Battlefront 2. I did like a beta impressions, but I didn't really mention the microtransactions the way I really wanted to. And with EA's recent Reddit PR post, which was PR bullshit, I'll tell you, because I've had friends ask me, what is all this about? And EA Star Wars Battlefront 2, always got to put the EA there. They introduced loot boxes. Every game wants to have loot boxes, whatever. Free to play, bullshit. But the loot boxes go beyond cosmetics. You got your emotes. But it goes to guns, character cards, which are ability cards that have levels. You can only get those in the loot boxes, which of course you can get with real money, of course. But it also goes to actually unlocking the heroes. Now that was what the whole Reddit, all the Reddit posts from the community was about. Was the fact that Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, using as an example, those are two iconic Star Wars characters. Two iconic ones that people really want to play with. But they're locked behind a grindy loot box system that even if you spent real money, you probably still wouldn't get them because it's RNG. It's gambling. It's essentially what it is. It's gambling. So that was the whole thing behind it, with how EA has been handling microtransactions, specifically in this game. With it come out, the DLC is free. People have forgotten about that because of how bad these microtransactions are, which are essentially pay to win, because you can pay to get stronger, get more powerful abilities, damage reduction for a specific hero, more damage with this ability. See what I'm saying? So if someone would have an advantage that goes beyond skill, and that's what people are really annoyed about. Cosmetics, I guess people can live with cosmetics in terms of being a loot box thing, but when it goes to guns, it goes to abilities, and literally the heroes that you want to play with behind that grindy paywall, on top of the premium price of the game, which is $60-$80, if you get a higher edition, it's ridiculous. But let's talk about what the post said itself. On Reddit, this post has 300,000 plus. I'm pretty sure it's much higher than that. Downvotes on Reddit. But this is what they said in, I guess, retaliation to everyone really angry about the locked characters. The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. You don't feel accomplished. You pay $60 to grind in a free-to-play pretty much a free-to-play model. You kidding me? I mean, okay, if you unlocked them, but it wasn't grindy, it was easy. It was just a kind of a way to progress. You had to be on a certain level to get to them. That's fine, because you're eventually gonna get to it much easier than you having to grind just for the sake of better buy that microtransaction. You can get them fast if you pay real money. As for costs, we select the initial values based upon data from the open beta, which the data from the open beta, go to fucking social media, dickheads. You would see that people fucking hated it. And to continue on, other adjustments made to milestone rewards before launch. Among other things, we're looking at average per player credit earn rates on a daily basis, and we'll be making constant adjustments to ensure that players have challenges that are compelling, rewarding, and of course attainable via gameplay. Here's the thing about that. Say I go Now, I don't know what they changed from the beta. I haven't heard anything about this in particular. Say I go 30-1. Teammate goes 5-13. We get the same amount of credit. The same amount. You're not rewarding someone for playing better. You're not rewarding them for their gameplay. You're not rewarding them for their skill. Because you know, if you reward someone for their skill, other guys are gonna get better because they want to get that amount of credit. That's what you're trying to breed. Trying to breed good players. They don't care about that. It's a business. It's a business. If they could get away with mugging you because they'll get money from it, they do it. They fucking break into your house. If they didn't get in trouble for it, they'll break into your house and steal all your money. That's how these companies are. They don't care about you. You're just a dollar sign to them. But anyways, this is just a little bit left of this post. We appreciate the candid feedback and the passion the community has put forth around the current topics here on Reddit, our forums, and across numerous social media outlets. Our team will continue to make changes and monitor community feedback and update everyone as often as we can. And they got 300,000 downvotes. Hopefully they're paying attention to that bullshit. Because essentially, condense what this says. We're not removing the microtransactions. Yeah, we decreased them slightly. But we're not going to remove them. So if you want those characters, you either got to grind your fingers to the bone, or you can just give us, just slide us a little money, $5 here, $10 there, on top of paying $60 for our game. You got to remember, you got to pay $60 first, or you won't even be able to play the game. So, but you slide us a little bit more, you'll get that character that you really like. That character that's that iconic character, Darth Vader. You want him to slide us just a little bit. Essentially what they're saying. I'm not gonna take it out. And they're gonna use the excuse, I'm pretty sure, to support future DLC. So that's how we have to support it, through microtransactions. That's why you made it free. Try to have goodwill, because the first game was a fucking disaster. It was a disaster. A piece of shit, hollow game. When you have so much lore to use, now you're gonna say, "Oh, we're using all the eras," but then you do this. Anyways, I'm done. Obviously, if you had questions, hopefully I answered most of them in terms of this whole nightmare with the EA and Star Wars. EA is a shit company. They find ways to ruin IPs. Dead Space, Mass Effect, Need for Speed. They almost ruined Battlefield with the Battlefield 4 launch. Luckily, Battlefield 1 really redeemed it. And Star Wars. They're making another game that they shut down another company to make. So now they're going to introduce microtransactions, some shit multiplayer, just so they can have a reason to put the microtransactions in there. Company sucks, man. Activision, these other companies are bad, but EA shows time and time again that they can fuck up anything, and people are still going to buy it. All right, guys, I'm out.